Alright. How's it going, everyone? We're back. And it is time for a storm of blood. We're finally finished with Heaven's Word patch content. And we're now about to embark on a new adventure. Well, a new game plus adventure. Da, da, na, na, na. I'll be playing this until a little bit later in the evening when I'll be changing over to Staxel again with Koos and Lullaby. Hopefully I'll do a bit better today. Yesterday I was sort of just fumbling around most of the stream, just not really sure what to do. Thought I hit like a creativity block in the game. And No, I've turned the volume up as well in the game. Hopefully it's alright. Too loud, let us know and I'll give it an adjust. Guess we'll find out because I'm in Limsa. This place is loud when it's busy. Da 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 da. Na 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 na. What's like? It's weird though, because like obviously when I'm listening to it like now, it sounds fine. But then when I come to watch the feedback, it normally sounds quiet. Even though the volume slider on the feed side is a lot higher than what I'm hearing. On Streamlabs' little green volume gauges. But we'll see. Let's see, I think what I will do is I'll turn down a bit on my end just to save my ear. So I turned everything up in-game by 10. Let's turn it down on my end for me by 10, but I'll keep it the same volume on the feed. Anyone's on? Nope, no one's on anyway. Just me. All alone. Right, let's see now. Bing, bing. Annie? Let's see. New venture. Wood. A bit poop. Right. Alright. What about you? Do you have the monies? Oh, you have monies. Oh, nice. That's very good. And some market prohibited gloves. Garbage. How many seals have I got? I'll trade them into the company. Got my soul to zero. Let's see. Half castle. Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly sort the morning stuff out, and then we're gonna crack on with the next bit of the main campaign. Yeah. Ba-da-bum. Na 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 na. Do-do-do. Paladin 390. Alright, so that's their maxed. Wham, 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 wham. I don't know if our company did any map runs last night. Obviously, during the weekend I do stuff with Koos, so I don't get to join the fun. Especially next week, because Monster Hunter. Oh yeah. Gonna be fun, fun, fun in the sun. So I've started watching Red Dwarf again. It's been years since I've seen Red Dwarf, so I've been watching it on Netflix. I never saw the last seasons, how it ended. Unfortunately, Netflix doesn't go all the way to the very end. I'm gonna watch the seasons on there, and then I might just buy the last 2 seasons and watch them, see how it ended. Because obviously they came back years later and finished it. What am I doing? Mission was a success. Level up. Who leveled up though? That is the question, sir. Da da da. 56, 56, 55, 54. Da, 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 da. I wish they would increase the restrictions on this. Like I said this the last time. It'd be nice if each member could go on a run once, not just you can send a group and that's it. Because there's 4 other members here who are just sitting there and they can't do anything because these guys have been on a mission, so they've got to wait, and that's why they're a lot lower level. It'd be nice if every member, if they change it so every member could go on one run, so then I could send one group and then I can send the other group, so everybody gets some experience. Skibbly boo. $52 Arcanist. Da da doo da be doo skiddly boo. I quickly do a front line with my paladin. I just get a little bit of experience in some wolf marks, even though I'm pretty naff with my paladin. Get out of my way, you're full! Da, 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 da. These ones aren't as nice as the ones I had the other day. This packet of lace is a bit stiffer and they've not got as much taste to them. Yeah. Weird. Not as nice. Even though there's like a crap ton of people online, doesn't look like Frontline's active. It seems like Frontline only becomes active around about 3 PM UK time, and then it immediately dies about an hour later, and that's it. It's just done for the rest of the day. The PvP side of things is very dead compared to the rest of the game. Which is a shame. Yeah, of all the mechanics in the game, the PvP seems to be one of the least popular. Da, da, da. I think I've already repaired my gear. I think I'm good. I'm alright. This window is massive. There we go. I'm dirt poor because what I did here the other night was like I obviously haven't been playing this the past few days. I've just been chilling, and what I did was my samurai spent all my money getting a load of 510 gear and melding some materia into it just to make the progress of Stormblood a little bit smoother. So he's glammed with pretty much the highest gear you can get on the market board. You can't get any higher unless you do raids and grind for tomes and things like that. But I'm not even sure how far the tome stuff will get you. Because obviously I've not done any of the in-game content yet in Shadowbringers. I finished Shadowbringers pre-patch and then just stopped. Was ist hier wearing? Weathered Chevaliers. Chevaliers. Weathered Chevaliers. Paladin level 80. Yeah, my Paladin's not 80 yet, so can't wear it. Alright. Let's get cracking, I suppose. Now, the question is, do I just crack on with Sam, or do I stick with Machinist until I'm actually in Stormblood's area? Like, as soon as I land at Kugani, or wherever it is you first land, I forget where you first make sure. I think you go straight to Kugani. Eventually, once he's set sail. It's been a while. Probably the one story that's more forgetful for me. Because again, like I said, I love the aesthetics of Stormblood, but the story wasn't as good, I felt. Not that it was bad, it was good. It was a good story, just not... Of everything we've had so far, for me it wasn't the best. For me it was Heaven's Word, Shadowbringers, Stormblood, Realm Reborn. Apart from the ending to Realm Reborn patch content, that was magnifique. Had such a good shock factor, the patch content end. I think he's rolling around on a turd ball. Huh. Right. So, but yeah, another thing I did during the week was I completely redid my hotbars because I had it set up in such a stupid way. And it was, since I played it on the PS4 when I was playing setup, and then eventually I got a keyboard and mouse and plugged that into the PS4. But what I had done was I had like all the hotbars set up along here, and then I had skills set up on every hotbar from 1 to 3. So I had like 4 hotbars, and every skill set up on 1 to 3 on each hotbar. But then I'd program them to obviously work in line with these. So 4 rows of 3. But really, that was a bit of a stupid way to set things up, because what you can do is you can just take one hotbar and you can just change it to the layout of 3x4, which is what I've done. And I'm not using hotbar 1 anymore because that padlock drives us up the wall, just being stuck there in the middle of nowhere. So I've dragged hotbar 1 off to the side there, so I've still got access to the lock. But yeah, it's not as intrusive, because you can't like hide it. In fact, what I will do is be better if I just put it there. Yeah, that's better. Unfortunately, I've got to keep them there though, because obviously whenever I get around to playing in tablet mode, when I'm like chilling in the garden for that setup that I've got to make the hood bigger. So obviously what I will do is I'll switch to controller mode when I'm chilling on my tablet. But I've also got to make the hotbar bigger, because everything on the tablet looks really teeny, so I have to bump the size up of everything like that. See? So everything's nicely lined up when I do that. Apart from up there, because I moved my money from down here to up there, but that... eh. Meh! And then when I'm on PC, bam, back to PC mode. And yeah, what I've done is I've just got, there's my, that's a row there. Those there are a collection of one hotbar. That's a collection of another. And then there's me. So that's assigned to 1 to equals. And that one there is assigned to control +1 to control equals. And then that top row is set to shift +1 to equals. Yeah. Problem I do have is I've not touched samurai in such a long time, so I sort of need a rotation. I've got one, but I've not really practiced it. And I need to reacquaint myself with what everything does, because it's, again, I've not played samurai since Stormblood, when it first released, so it's been a long time. I mean, I grinded it from 70 to 80, but that was literally just face rolling. Like, you don't need to do much to do that, just do your dailies, face roll, done. But obviously, once I get towards the end game of Stormblood again, I'll need to get a bit better at your rotate. Alright, so... back to Revenant's Tool. But yeah, when I bought this gear, I ended up dirt poor, because I had like 1.5 million. And it cost us all of that to buy the gear, meld it, to the point where I had like 34 gil left. I've been like scraping together just a little bit of money to teleport around it. I couldn't even afford to teleport. I was that dirt poor. Yeah, I think I'll just Sam it again. New content. I'm about to be fancy about it. I was gonna machinist until I get to Kugane and then switch to Sam. But yeah, screw it. Start the expansion. Keep calm and Sam on. So, new game plus Stormblood. With the vaunted warrior of light marching beside them, the men and women of Eorzea of the Eorzean Alliance prepare to liberate Alamigo, a land conquered by the Garlean Empire 20 years ago. Meanwhile, in the Far East, the freedom fighters of the fallen nation of Doma struggle to rekindle the fires of hope in their countrymen. Hey, Hamster, I'm doing good. How's yourself? Just about to start part 1 of Stormblood. It's a bit quiet this morning. Obviously, it's early. People are asleep. Right. Here we are. New Game Plus. Stormblood. Beyond the Great Wall.
The question is, how will the Empire respond to the disappearance of Omega and the Primal? Oh, I didn't see you there. Forgive me. Word from Baelsar's wall is proving long in the coming, and my mind cannot help but stray to grim places.
Alphino, a message from the Alliance.
One second. Delivery. Message from the Alliance. Hurry. I'm getting sick of drinking pop, so I'm just chilling with some strawberry milk. Yeah. Because I drink nothing but pop every day, and it's not good for you. Alright. So, what message to Taru? Read me the message. What was in the bottle? What? Any? Bottle? Do you mean this? This is a moo milk, strawberry flavored, 1% fat milk. Because normally I drink now but pop, so I've decided to get something different. This is pretty much usually my day-to-day Pepsi Max. It's not good while you're drinking now but pop, especially my teeth. Right, what is this message to Taru? Read it.
It's about time. Pray summon the others at once.
Hopefully the volume's alright. I've turned everything up, so it's a bit louder on the feed. If it gets too loud, please let us know. It should be fine at the moment where they're just speaking. But obviously once the action kicks in, what I've done is I've turned everything up by 10, but on my end, I've turned it down by 10 just because this ear is absolutely screwed, because I keep wearing these things. I mean, what I could do is I've got me... Where are they? Could plug these in and use these. Probably be less. Probably kill my ear a lot less. For some reason, this ear, whenever the volume peaks, the ear starts crackling like crazy. Lost the little fluffy bit off the end though. It's gone missing. Fluffy. There with us. I'm gonna quickly. I need a cable. I can connect this wirelessly, but I don't want to because it's got like a delay to it. Because I'm using Wavelink software, which is meant for this mic to like put all the audio sources and everything through. But for some reason, when I connect this, it has a slight delay to it. It's not terrible, but it's noticeable. I need a cable to connect to this. Um. One second. Hey, now got a cable. Right. So, I'll unplug this. Da, 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 da. Might wreak less havoc on me ears with it not being as direct when I wear these. I just hate wearing these because, like, I don't wear hats and things like that because it irritates my head. My head does not like me wearing hats and things, and this little bit here drives my head up the wall. Right, so if I plug that in there, then I plug that in. Oh shit! I mean bacon. So then I plug that in. Hey, lullaby bells. I'm just trying to get this set up. No, it doesn't like this cable. Next. How about this one? That's better. Oh wow, and I can hear myself much better through these. La da dee da da. Alright, these should hopefully be easier on the old ears. Rather than us having these going direct into the ear canals, it might save my hearing. See how it goes. Got a massive chunky cable. Chunky cable. But yeah, I'm in the process of thinking up new channel design. Like, I'm wanting to change my logo again. I get bored of my logo after a couple of years, and I like to change it up. So I'm thinking of new musical stream. Any? Is my voice change alright? Or is it just me singing? But yeah, I'm thinking of some new emotes. I'm gonna keep the bird waving emote, but I'm gonna probably get rid of the rest and come up with some new designs to go with my channel redesign whenever I get around to doing it. Not sure what I'm gonna do with my start and end scene, because I like them. Like the backdrops of them, I like them. But anyway. Right, that was crack on. It's about time to summon the others at once.
Yes, sir.
That sounded a bit muffled. I hope these are alright. But I can't think of a theme. Like, I can't think of a theme for my logo and what have you.
General Uldin reports that his forces have secured the breach in Baelsar's wall.
And what of the Primal and Omega?
There is still no sign of either at this time. He writes that they will begin a more thorough investigation shortly. And, as expected, he wishes to petition the aid of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
As expected.
The Alliance's decision to capture a part of Baelsar's wall is open to interpretation.
The wall serves to demarcate Imperial territory, Alamigo included, from the rest of Eorzea.
I wonder if there's a way to like turn those off, like when it pops up saying somebody's initiated an action. It'd be nice if I could turn them off so they don't appear like splat in the middle of the screen. Like still have them so they like appear in the text chat or something, but not on screen. Probably an option somewhere.
To an observer, the Alliance's actions could be seen as a prelude to invasion.
Indeed. And the Alliance leaders have no wish to be branded invaders.
You're saying they won't fight for Alamigo? Even after everything that's happened?
Alahugo? Who's that? Never heard of it.
Not without the consent of her people, no. Make no mistake, Lys. The Alliance is in complete agreement that the Empire must be purged from Eorzea.
This little plastic ring thing won't come off. What the hell are they done with this? Normally you just pull the ring and it pulls the plastic seal off, but it's like they've sealed the damn thing solid. And now I've snapped it. I want my milk, damn it! I'll sort it in a minute. Let's watch the cutscene. Looking forward to some strawberry milk.
However, they will not set foot in Gyr Abania until they have formally secured the consent and cooperation of the Alamigan opposition.
They would have us act as intermediaries.
Precisely. The Scions are uniquely qualified to serve in this capacity. That is to say, leases, given her personal connection to the Resistance.
When you're after the allotment, Lullaby, or you already been?
Who better than you to broker an agreement between the Alliance and the people of Alamigo? Assuming you are willing, of course.
It's got like a little plastic ring. Like you put your finger in and you pull it and it pulls the seal with it, but that little plastic ring is snapped because clearly the manufacturer hasn't designed the pulley bit very well. It is fused with the nozzle. I'll have to get a knife and just...
Of course I am. You know I'd like nothing more.
As for who should accompany you on said diplomatic mission, I had a mind to volunteer myself.
Well, that covers the talking part. But you just know there'll be trouble along the way. Are you available?
As if you had to ask.
Thanks. It means a lot knowing you'll be there.
I too shall accompany you. Such endeavors are seldom hampered by a surfeit of healers.
Good point. Allow me to offer my services as well.
Yay, Cryol.
I have spent quite enough time here of late, so I'll be coming. But we will need someone to keep an eye on things. I trust you have no objections?
That'll put him in charge.
None, my lady. Gladly shall I continue to serve as caretaker of the Waking Sands, and there keep watch for signs of primal and Ascian activity both.
You mean you stole her, the big cat lady? Or do you mean Cryol?
As capable as my learned friend undoubtedly is, there are some troubles that may prove too much for a single scion, on account of which I mean to stay.
It is settled then. Let us each see to our preparations.
She's a cat lady. And that's about it, really. Where? Oh crap! I forgot that it's still putting us in front line. Here. I'll do that.
Ready, my friend?
I'm ready. I smell mint. Mint sauce.
Well then. Tataru, I leave the rising stones in your capable hands.
Not really a fan of that on my Sunday dinner. Mint sauce. Yeah. I like mint. Just not a fan of it on my Sunday dinner.
Don't worry, Alphino. I'll see that the place is still standing when you come back.
Gosetsu. Yugiri.
Mistress Y'shtola has unfolded all. You are bound for Girabania?
Aye. The Alliance would have us make contact with the Alamigan Resistance as soon as possible.
It begins then. As soon it shall in Doma, if the gods are good. 'Tis but a pity it must be now. I am sorry that we shall not be present to fight beside you in the battles to come.
You have stood with us countless times, Lady Yugiri. Pray do not apologize.
Then let us thank you instead. You and yours stood with us from the first, when we came to this land as refugees in search of sanctuary. Loath am I to think what might have become of my people, had you not extended to us the hand of friendship. We will never forget. This I solemnly swear.
Loath? Loath. That means loathe. Loath am I. Mm.
Much has changed since first you set foot on these shores. Revenant's toll stands as a testament to that. I'm sure your people will manage in your absence.
Indeed. They have built a new home for themselves and no longer need me to shepherd them. The time has come for Kozetsu and I to return to our master, to our home.
I know how you feel. It's time I went home too.
Not a bother, hamster. Enjoy the lurky.
Though our battlefields be 1,000 mounds apart, our purpose is one. That all men hearken to the clarion call of freedom, of liberation, from Eorzea to the far east, that they may rise up and cast down the curse of Garlemald.
Take care, you hear me? When all of this is over, we're going to celebrate, together. Just you wait.
I should like that very much. Fare you well.
Da, da, da. Doo-doo. 1,000 miles apart, yet united in purpose. Let us pray both our endeavours meet with success. Shall we then? Wait, not just yet. I knew I'd forgotten something important. Lise, could you come with me? Me? What? Now? Alright. Then. If you insist. Time for a change of clothes. Ready for battle! What do you think? As you can see, I designed it to be light and loose, an outfit tailor-made to the needs of a skilled fighter like Lise. Your work never ceases to impress. Much more of this, and I may have to stop introducing you as the Scion's receptionist and start referring to you as our premium seamstress. It's lovely, Tataru, thank you. I feel like I could take on a legion. I'm glad you like it. But with that, I have to leave you no longer. Safe travels. Then onward to Gearbania. Our first stop will be at Amasric's Fire in the East Shroud. Da, ba, ba, ba. To the shroud. Da, ba, da, ba, da, bum, bum, ba, da, ba, da, ba, da, ba, da, boo, doo, boo, boo. Ba, da, ba, da, ba, ba, da, ba. Time to go beyond the wall of Belsar. Now, do I use Whale or do I use Cloud? I think I'll use Cloud. Ba-ba-da, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. All are present and accounted for. When you're ready, my friend, pray and inform the officer that we wish to proceed into Gearbania. Ah, Scions of the Seventh Dawn. We were told to expect you. Shall I summon someone to escort you to the wall? The Fringes. Team. Yeah. I want to have one the narrator, forgetting if they...
I remember crossing the border, standing in Gearbania once more. Me and my fellow scions, the warrior of light among us. Behind us, Baelsar's wall cutting the land in two. Freedom on one side, tyranny on the other.
The day has come.
Tyranny and the promise of a new beginning.
Look at that.
But one that could only be bought with flames and blood.
Stormblood. Thankfully they didn't use the theme for the intro this time like Evans would. Right. A whole new land. Ralbon, me old man. Greetings, Scions. On behalf of the Eorzean Alliance, I welcome you to Castrum Orient. Thank you, General. We're relieved to hear that your forces secured the wall without incident. Have the Imperials made any attempt to retake the Castrum since then? None. Save for a few skirmishes between our scouts and their patrols, we've had barely any contact with them. But we all know it's only a matter of time before things escalate. As if attacking Baelsar's wall wasn't enough, Ilbred summoned a primal right on their doorstep. Garlemald does not like to let such a show of defiance go unanswered. It was a declaration of war, even if it was not Ilbred's to make. And now we are bound to it, for weal or war. The Scions stand ready to serve, General. What would you ask of us? As stated in the message, the Alliance will not proceed without the support and cooperation of the Alamegan people. We would have you serve as our emissaries and make contact with the Resistance. Consider it done, General. We won't let you down, I swear. Then I'll leave it to you. Godspeed. Alright, mates. Ha! Of all the Castra and all the world, you walk into mine. Master Garland, what brings you here? A certain missing Allagan weapon and a Draconic Primal. Omega and Shinryu. Think the Shinobi called it? Anyway, we've been studying their trail of destruction, hoping it might lead us somewhere, which it has singularly failed to do so. It is like Omega fell to Earth in occupied territory. meaning it may already be Imperial hands. Even so, it bears repeating that we engaged the stasis system. Assuming the command we received and executed successfully, the weapon will be of no use to them. Assuming. We should hurry and find it regardless. All the more reason to reach out to the Resistance. If we want to press on into Gerabania, we'll need their blessing. Everyone's counting on us. Let's not waste any more time talking. Doo-be-doo. Scoot-scoot-de-boo. Babadoop. Babadook. Na-na-na-na-na. I do like the quest. Accept and quest complete in this expansion. Lice takes the lead. As you probably heard, there are plenty of factions in the Resistance, so I'm taking us to see the one with the most influence. The headquarters are located in a place called Ralgar's Reach, an old temple to the east of here, across the Veldner River. I learned a route that would allow us to avoid Imperial patrols. Stick with me and we'll be there before you know it. Na 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 na. Doodaloo. I like that I can fly, obviously, through New Game Plus because it makes progress that much quicker. You're with me? Good. From here, we'll head northeast towards the river. The water's not too deep, so we won't have to swim. That music. That gator! There's a gator. Don't see any soldiers. Good. Let's cross. That's the one thing that's very distracting in this game, like the shadows. Like when it's changing from night to day and day to night. Like the shadows transition isn't smooth. It's, you know, like. You're wondering about the tower to the south? Past part of Castellum Voludna. That's what the Imperials decided to call the old bridge after they fortified it. I call it a great big eyesore. Honestly, you can see that rotten banner from absolutely miles away. They never miss a chance to rub our noses in it, do they? Come on, we should keep moving. Cross the river, me old chum. Look at all those chickens. Well, here we are, Ralgar's Reach. Love the music in the Ralgar's Reach. We're here. On the other side of this pass is Ralgar's Reach. So you see, and all I see are rocks. I presume there's some sort of trick to this. Indeed, a glamour. Good eye, Y'shtola. I take it they have a talented mage in their ranks, or mayhap an artificer trained in the modifications of glamour prisms? Something like that. The important thing is that it fools the Garleans. Oh, before we go in, I don't know if Tataru told you, but my friend Nago, the messenger who came to Rising Stones, is a member of this faction. Though they know us, and they shouldn't attack us on sight, that said, they can be a bit jumpy. So let me lead the way, and don't go reaching out for your weapons or anything. Prism, pop! And with a sprinkle of demasking dust, all is laid bare. Enter Ralgar's Reach. Da, 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 da.
I remember the old stories, how the Breaker of Worlds came down from on high and cleft the earth with a single blow. Ralgar's Reach, a holy place, and a fitting home for the Resistance, for the brave and the true, the loyal sons and daughters of Alamigo.
Da, 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 da,
They were waiting for us there, men and women whose souls still cried out for what was lost, for what could be ours again.
da, 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 da. You'll forgive us our precautions. We couldn't be sure who had crossed the barrier. We see you now for who you are, though. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Da, 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 da. The promises of a new beginning. Or the promise of a new beginning. Now, I know you would not like to come all this way unless you had something important to discuss. I'm eager to hear what it is you have to say. But let's not do this on our doorstep, eh? Come with me. And this is Wahub for a while. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Love the music in this game.
Allow me to welcome you once more to Ralga's Reach, our humble headquarters. My name is Conrad Kemp, and I have the dubious honor of overseeing operations here.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Master Kemp. I am Alphino Leveilleur of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, as are my comrades.
I'm Leveilleur as well. Ooh. Hi, I'm Alphino Leveilleur too.
Before I speak of our purpose here, pray allow me to thank you for sheltering Ida, forgive me, Lys, and Papalimo at great risk to yourselves.
No, there's no need for that. They risked their necks for us enough times. 'Twas the least we could do.
I wanted to, I mean, about the mask and...
Don't fret over that. You're not the first person to take up arms against the Empire under a false name. We'd do the same if we had any sense. My condolences for your loss, child.
Papalimo laid down his life to save us, to give us a chance to make a better future for ourselves.
Yeah, this entire time through Realm Reborn in Heaven's Words, Lys was posing as her sister. She took her name and her identity.
There will never be a better time to drive the Garleans from our lands. But we have to take the lead on this. We can't leave it to fanatics like Ilberd.
More than a few of our people were taken in by his promises. Followed him all the way to the wall. Good men and women who never came back. When Monago told us what had happened, how the bastard had made sacrifices of them for his twisted ritual, by Rolga it filled me with an unholy fury. But what's done is done. Best we can do now is see that it wasn't all in vain.
That is why we are here today, sir, to see that some good comes of this tragedy. On behalf of the Eorzean Alliance, we do hereby extend a formal offer of military assistance to the Alamegan resistance.
Do you now? Well, go on then. I'm sure there's more to it than that. So that's the way of it, eh? The Alliance, hoping to avoid a direct confrontation with the superior forces of the Empire, wishes to engage them by proxy with our vastly inferior ones. My comrades and I must confer on your proposal. A moment, if you please.
Of course, Master Kemp. Take all the time you require.
Smell food. Oh. Da, 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 da. You're gonna hear that at the end of every quest. Just me singing to the quest complete. Bear with us. I'm gonna go see if I can actually get this open. The ring pull snapped. Because the damn seal's literally been merged with the plastic of the nozzle. Back in a second. Great success. Yes, very nice. Da, 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 da. Ooh. Good strawberry milk. I love the logo on the front there. Shake me, then slip me. All I can hear from that is shake me, and then just slip me till you get your satisfaction. Satisfaction. Right, turn off the BRB. A haven for the bold. So it would seem we find ourselves with a surfeit of free time. Ah, forgive me. You're free to look around Ralgar's Reach. In fact, I would encourage you to do so. It'll give you a better grasp of our current circumstances. Thank you, Master Kim. I believe it will do just that. Let us make the most of this opportunity and assess the Resistance's capabilities. Free to poke our noses wheresoever we will, eh? I like the sound of that. Well, I already know this place inside out. I can show you around if you like, Jasix. Great, let's get started. I really wish they would change it so you can gain experience during New Game Plus. Because then I'd switch to another class that I haven't done, and I'd level that while I'm playing through. Like, just make it so you get experience from the main quests. Or if the side quests lying around that you still haven't done, make it so they're still here to be done. Apparently there's some New Game Plus changes coming in 5.5's update. They haven't said what. At least I've not read into it. I've gone on the promo website for it, but I've not really read into it. I just saw the bullet point of things that they're working on. I bet you think the Resistance is mostly made up of Alamegan Highlanders like me. Truth is, we don't even account for half. We've got Hellsguard from all the way over by the spine in here, and plenty of Seekers of the Sun like Nago. There's even some Beastmen. Well, Beast women, I suppose. Like that one over there. She's in that... Oh yeah, this is where they introduced the Beast women in this expansion. They've been with us for a while now. Well, one of the smaller factions has. The rest won't have anything to do with us. We're no different from the Garleans to them. They keep to themselves, spending all their time crafting. And now they make the most amazing jewellery, by the way. They use magics to twist metals and crystals into shapes you wouldn't believe. The pity people hardly ever get to see their work. But the most don't even know they exist. That's enough about them anyway. Let's take a closer look at the statue of Ralgar, shall we? The power to transcend. Pretty awe-inspiring, isn't it? The breaker of worlds who guided our ancestors to these lands all those centuries ago. Ida used to tell me the story on stormy nights. She wanted me to understand, to remember. At the end of the 5th astral era, when the waters rose higher and higher, people all across Eorzea beseeched the heavens for a sign. And lo, a burning star appeared in the eastern sky and led the way to these mountains of Gerbania. They who were saved by his grace pledged to honour and revere him, to devote themselves to great works without and within. A storm of blood approaches fast. Hell's open heavens weep. For no one soul doth lie beyond the measure of his reach. The last part was inscribed on the stone by a monk of the Fist of Ralgar. Ida explained it to me. A day will come, bringing strife and sorrow that one may escape. Waste not these precious hours, but in quiet preparation make strong the body and mind. I don't know if that storm of blood is finally upon us, but if it is, I have to believe that everything we've been through, everything that has led us to this point, will see us through in the end. Sorry. That was all a bit melodramatic, wasn't it? Let's keep moving, shall we? Off to the infirmary. This is the infirmary, as you can probably tell. Here, where the resistance healers patch up the wound. Here's where the resistance healers patch up the wounded and tend to the sick. No matter how carefully we planned our operations, casualties were inevitable. Sad thing to think about, but it's also important to remember that the cost, as Conrad would say. We should go. I'll show you the Aetheryte Plaza next. You two are coming to inspect their facilities. As you can see, they have done well to set aside this much space. But their supplies are insufficient. We examined the patients and offered what assistance we could. However, for many of their injuries, time and bed rest are the only effective treatments. You look very familiar, sir. Even though we know it's not you. Ilbred dead. Na-na-na-na. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. When you've seen more Aetheryte, you've seen them all, right? Not quite. This one's an older design, dating back decades to when the first Fist of Ralgar was still here. Yeah, this is what, if I remember, this is how 1.0 crystals used to look. Or similar. Oh, am I wrong? It's been years since I played 1.0. Obviously, that was like 2010. May look a little different, but it works just as well as any other. I'll show you where the Sutlers are next. Don't forget to attune with the Aetheryte before we go. I think what I'll do is I'll set this as my home for now. Obviously, my current home point was the Crystarium, but don't need that. Seems they increased the favourite limit as well, because I only had 3 registered. 4. But I forgot to register Kugania, so pretty much you can register every state as a favourite, so you get like a discount on your teleports to them. Arms, armour, potions, you name it. These folks got it. Resistance would be in a bad way without brave merchants to keep it provisioned. If you're short on anything or you need something repaired, these are the people to speak to. Oh, Alphinaud and Alizier's here. Why don't we see how they're getting on? Yeah, this ends on Stormblood. There's only one section for patch content. Wow. I was going to say Stormblood patch content isn't as long, but if you compare that to Heavensward's 2 content, it's probably about the same, roughly. Maybe. There's like 20 quests per Heavensward's. Stormbloods. And then there's the main, obviously. A bargain struck. Come to take the measure of our friendly neighborhood merchants. They're a bold lot, that much is plain. If the Imperials found out they were peddling their wares to the Resistance, they'd be lucky to escape with their lives. It's a gamble, aye, and I admire their courage. But their motives could hardly be said to be altruistic. Ah, here you are. I've been looking all over for you. We finished discussing your proposal and we're ready to receive you all back at the tent. I've sent someone to fetch you Stola and Kryl. So if you'd like to follow me.
Thank you all for waiting. We have reached a consensus. I, Conrad Kemp, do hereby accept the Eorzean Alliance's proposal. You must understand, however, that our cooperation comes with certain caveats.
Additions.
Those caveats being...
I take no joy in this, just so you know. Were it within my power, I'd offer you more assistance. But the resistance is far more fragmented than you realize. The men and women in my care belong to but one of many factions. Simply put, I can only speak for the people of Rolga's Reach. Now, I have every intention of appealing to the others, and I expect many will agree. But it will take time, and I cannot guarantee universal support.
Understood. I shall see that the Alliance is under no misapprehensions as to your position.
Much obliged. But that's not the whole of it. As you can imagine, the loss of those who cast their lot with the Griffin left us short on numbers. Some of our most trusted veterans died at the wall, and we've had to fill their posts with the young and inexperienced. Frankly, everything's in a right bloody mess.
Oh, we'd be more than happy to help you get back on your feet. If we're going to work together, we'll be doing ourselves a favor.
Well, there's no shortage of work to be done, that's for sure. We're in dire need of new blood, too.
Ishtola and I could lend a hand in the infirmary. From what I saw, they could do with a few more healers.
Very well. I, for my part, shall return to the Rising Stones. I'm certain there are others among the Scions who would welcome the opportunity to fight for Alamegan liberation.
Is there anything else we can do to help?
I had something else in mind for you lot. Monargo and Mefred will tell you more.
Understood. We won't let you down.
I'm curious. What if I can set up a multi-macro button on my stream deck to hide my camera, the background, and the border all at the same time? So like during cutscenes I can just boop and turn it off. Obviously I've got one set up that just turns the camera off. But it'd be nice if I could set one off that turns all three off. What if I can do that? Because I do like using this. I've become used to just keeping this on. But sometimes it can be a bit intrusive during cutscenes. Especially when it puts my character in the corner here. With my character being small. Let's see, so... ta 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 ta. Multi-action. Let's see, will that work? Drag an action from the right and drop it here. Right, so I need Streamlabs OBS source. So can I add multiple versions of that? So if I go to ta 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 ta. Da da dun da 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 dun da da la ba da da. 1, 2, 3. So I have 3 of them. And then I go... him. And I have... cameraman. And then I have game and border game background so that okay, I did note. OBS, cameraman. How does this multi-action thing work then? Content, 3 actions. I press it and it does note. Okay, out of curiosity, if I automatically hide them, if I manually hide them now, let's see what happens. So, hide, press the button, it does note. Hang on. Okay, it has. Okay, so it's activating them, but it's not deactivating them. So that means I've got to have 2 buttons set up. One for activating and one for deactivating. Ah, ta 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 ta. Screw it. Never mind. Right then. Nargo and Mefrid are to be our keepers. Knowing naught of what they require, one task is as good as the other. Make your choice, Jasix. Your Aether Compass may now be used to locate Aether Currents in new regions. If you have misplaced your compass, blah blah blah. AP. A familiar face forgotten. At the risk of repeating myself, it's still hard for me to believe that we'd meet again here of all places. I reckon you probably don't remember me after all this time, eh? That's the guy from Watermill, whatever it was called. We helped him make a potion to save one of his friends, I think. Of course I remember you. I think. I'm impressed. You'd everything you went to accomplish. You'd be forgiven for forgetting all about me. Yeah, Quarry Mill. Hey, memory. Suffice to say, we didn't forget about you either. All the lives you saved. As for me, I went to Little Alamigo while Galleon was recovering. Gundabald was my former commander and old friend. I had a lot on my mind. In the end, I decided to disband our unit. I told the men to live their lives as they saw fit. Some chose to remain in Little Alamigo, and others went to Uldar for work. As you can see, I chose to come back to Gurabania and join Conrad and the others. I've kept busy since then, ferrying people and provisions across the border and back. Not been easy. It's been fulfilling. Today, however, we'll be heading east into the peaks. Honor thinks we might have luck finding new recruits in the village of Ganha. Alagana? You're going there, you're taking me with you. Ah, that's right, you're from there, aren't you? Nice. By all means, we'd welcome the company. There'll be more to it than just asking about, but we can talk about it on the way. Make your preparations and meet me at the tunnel to the peaks. What's pay up to? Page is a favour. I've already got one, but I'd like to have a look at yours. Where are we? Giggity. Bang a Sam rotation out on there. I've got one, but like I said, I want to see what yours is. A spoken project update. I'm more interested in Crimson Desert. Can't wait for that game. Da, 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 da. Nani? Wrong way. Right then. This tunnel will take us all the way to the peaks. We had a mission for Conrad to Alagana. Clear the barricade if you would. Aye, sir. Shouldn't take more than a moment. There are more villagers there than out here, but also more Imperials keeping a close eye on things. You'll need to tread carefully. Walk softly and carry a big gun. Quantum Extreme is logged in for another day of fun-filled addiction.
I remember the peaks of Girabania. Silent watchmen that would stand long after we were gone. We came seeking allies to join us in the fight against the Empire. People who had had enough. People who had suffered every possible indignity. Who had been treated like animals, day after day after day.
Jamie can't increase that text size. We've a glamour in place here too, as you have noticed. So far as the Imperials are concerned, this is not more than a testament to the savage impulses of a lesser race. Remember, though, once we leave these ruins, we'll have no glamours to conceal us. Villages to the east. Keep watch for the patrols as we move. What? Been yonky since I've done Samurai. I've heard it's probably the hardest DPS to play as now. Since you've got to manage like your swords gauge and everything. An aerial Imperial in sight. That's a mercy. Algana's due east, past the bridge. Follow me. Not much further. Yeah, I've got a cheat sheet. It's probably the same. You're probably going to link the exact same one. Curious if you are using something different. That's a big cricket. I forgot this place. You can rest easy. We've made it. This is Alagana. Feels strange coming home like this. I always imagined it would be... Oh, sorry. That has nothing to do with why we're here. We need recruits. Aye, we do, but as I said back at the Reach, it's a little more complex than just asking for volunteers these days. Complicated. As you know, we're short-handed because many of our people were taken in by the Griffin's promises and went to the wall, never to return. Wasn't just them, though. Folks from all over, including some of my former comrades, answered his call to arms. Why we came to this particular village. It's rumoured that Alagana lost a few youths as well. If there's truth to that, then there could be all our sympathetics to the cause. And again, after the Griffin's betrayal, they may be suspicious of outsiders claiming allegiance to the Resistance, and rightfully so. Da-da. If it's blue background, yeah, that's the one I've got. Or greyish blue. You know, some people mix up rotations, do their own thing instead of just follow on what someone else says. You never know, you might have something different. Like, I've seen people rely on macro rotations, but obviously People tend not to like them because apparently you miss out on you do less DPS that way. Blah, 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 blah. So, with all that in mind, how are we supposed to convince them to join? I mean, it wouldn't be as simple as giving a speech in the village square. Now, if you didn't want the place to be burned to the ground, not if you didn't want the place to be burned to the ground, no. Might as well piss in the Viceroy's eye. We'll need to be a good deal more circumspect than that. You never know when the Imperial spy is listening. I'll speak with the Elder first. Know for facts that he can be trusted. We'll listen to what he has to say and decide what to do after. Sounds like a plan. Let's hope there's still some brave men and women here willing to fight. Mefleet? The prodigal daughter. Ragenfried, the village elder, is over by the shore. A time like the present, let's have a word. I don't remember this place. Don't know you, traveller. You merchant. Not find much custom here. Greetings and well met, Elder. And sincerest apologies that I did not send word ahead of our arrival. So long have I been away from Alagana. I would know of your recent troubles. Ah, you are comrades of Mefred. I see, I see. Speak on, though I suspect I know your purpose. Griffin came with many men, and left with many more. Such as the rumour. Is it true? He lit a fire in the hearts, and then dangled a dream before their tired eyes. And now you come to steal away what few remain. Griffin was a traitor and a madman. We have no part in his schemes. We have made an agreement with the Alliance. This time it will be different. This time, hold comfort to the dead and the ones left behind. How much more must we give before you've had your fill? Ah, shit, I skipped something. No! They took our lands, our traditions, and our god. They demand a fifth of what little we've got left. I hate the bastards. Every fibre of my being. But hate's not enough, Mefred. I can't. We can't keep doing this. I'll not tell anyone you came, but you need to go. Now. Leave us be and never return. You've got no right to speak to us like that. I've got a quarry that was producing barely enough to keep us fed. And that was before half our young men and women went off to die for your bloody cause. So yes, I've got every right to tell you to leave my village. No, you don't. Because it's my village too. My home. What the hells are you on about? Wait. I know those eyes. You're one of Kurt's girls. Lies. Please. He's hexed. And I'm here. I'm here to take back my homeland. By Ralga. Last time I saw you, you were... I didn't even know if you were still alive. I never thought you would come. I almost didn't. My sister never will. Lots of others won't either. And that's why we've got to carry on the fight. You even sound like him. As you see, I've got no right to tell you to leave. Alagana is much your home as it is mine. But I say to you again, we cannot give no more. Yes, I heard you the first time. Let's go. Brown and poopy. This place is brown rocks as far as the eye can see. That could have been handled better, but what's done is done. At least we've been granted permission to stay. I was hoping Rankrieg might help us to recruit some of his people. That clearly isn't going to happen. If we're to convince any of them to join, we'll first need to regain their trust. It's risky, and it's hardly subtle. I say we approach the villagers directly. See what problems they've got, and if we can do anything to help. Makes sense to me. Let's split up and ask around. Oh boy, bring out your woes, bring out your woes. Hard country. Griseldus. You'd best keep your distance if you know what's good for you. Say your piece and move on. Looking for folks down on their luck. Congratulations, you found one. As you can see, my leg ain't what it used to be. Some days I can hardly walk for the pain. Look fine to me. Mornings are the worst, especially after cold nights. Hard labour's right out. Too much pain and trouble for others. There's a tea, what helps with it though. I need to grind Chapuli horn and a hornbill talon. My eye is going nuts. On the opticians tomorrow or something, get my eye checked. Yeah? You'll go and get some for me? Just like that? Needn't trouble yourself. But I insist! Oh yeah, you stupid cricket. So it takes 3 hits at level 80 to kill the trash mobs. Was this tune also in one of the areas in 11, or am I just going crazy? Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. You've been gone a while. What brings you back to Alagana? Gone a while? I was gone like 2 seconds. Oh, I never meant it. I mean, at times like these, you never think people will actually... This country's hard on people. It's not just that. The Imperials, they've made it known I'm not to be helped. A dead man's good for one lesson, you know. Whereas a live one... You're with the Resistance, right? Suppose there's no reason not to tell you then. My father, God's rest his soul, was deathly sick at the time. And so I'd gone out into the forest, spear in hand, to gather herbs. And I had the good fortune to run into an Imperial patrol. My weapon marked me as a rebel, or so they said. Not that it made a difference if I fought back. I knew what the lot of them were about the moment that Centurion laid eyes on me. What matter in the end, of course. Some people just like to hurt others. By the time I limped back to the hut, too late for my father. Too late for me too, and my others, many others I imagine. Help them too if you like. Be grateful and say thank you, but beyond that, I wouldn't hope for much. Death by 1,000 rocks. New face in Alagana, huh? What would you ask of me then? Vive la Resistance! A strange and a generous soul besides. Bollocks. That's not more suspicious than a good Samaritan. On the other hand, if you're an Imperial agent, I expect you to go about your business with more discretion. Look at me. You really are here to help, aren't you? Very well, I'll take you up on the offer, stranger. My little brother's working the rocks by Grim and Enid. He's got something for me. Can you go and get it? Leave it to me. Right then. Brighton Coil is his name. Ask him for the leftovers. You ought to understand. No. I was tempted to reinstall 11 the other day. See how that's changed over the years. Yeah, for the leftovers, are you? Well, like my brother to send someone in his stead, so be it. It's all in the sack over yonder. They're bleeding heavy, mind, so be careful when you pick them up. Sack? Oh. This is a lot prettier from the sky. Not so much when you're down on the ground. Ah, the new face. Yeah, my leftovers. Huh, well I'll be. You actually went and brought the whole lot. Much obliged, much obliged. Saltpeter for making fire sand, in case you're curious what it's all for. The rocks by the lakes have got good deposits. Staying hard for my brother to pass for any other plodding quarryman, all the while sweeping bits and pieces off the side to bundle up and sell to the salters what trade with the resistance. It's a living and a way of fighting back besides. Our way of spitting in the Garlean's eye for putting our father in an imperial uniform and shipping him off to some faraway province 15 years ago. Don't know if he's dead or alive, even. Well, if he were alive, he'd not be long for this world if we were caught fighting for the resistance. And this is the best we can do. That's the long and short of it. We do what we can, though we know it's not enough. I think you'll find that most of the folk here ain't much different. Everybody's got a reason, but in the end, the result's the same. I suppose I just wanted you to know is all. That we know why you're here. And that even if we can't join you, we wish we could. A life more ordinary. Ah, there you are, Jasix. You're trying to help the villagers deal with this food shortage of theirs. Recently the Imperials have been swooping into villages unannounced and seizing supplies in order to prevent the people from stockpiling, in case they might be in league with the Resistance. It's not much, but I've taught them a few tricks to better hide what little they've got. How's Lise getting on, by the way? I think the people will be more inclined to trust a local girl, assuming they remember her, that is. No, I didn't mean to. And where were you these past 20 years? Where were you when we were being grounded under the Black Wolf's boot? On the other side of this bastard wall, living the high life, I'll wager. That's not fair. Oh, and who's this? Another one of your freedom-loving friends, deigning to help us poor unfortunate souls? Trying to whip us into a frenzy so we'll go and storm the castrum with our pickaxes and shovels. Leave, all of you, before you bring Core down on us all. And you, don't you dare speak like you're one of us. You can't even begin to understand what we've been through. You weren't here, Lise. You weren't here. This is my home and I love it with all my heart. If you truly have any love for it too, you'll keep us out of your damn doomed rebellion. He had a point. No matter what I see or do, it doesn't change the fact I left them behind. This isn't about me or anyone else. It's about Alamigo. Let's go and find Mefred. Looks like the Elder wasn't the only one unwilling to hear us out. Can't blame them, given what happened to at the wall. Thought I might be able to appeal to them as a fellow. I don't know. But if anything, it just made me angrier. I haven't lived through it like they have. I can't claim to know the struggles like they do either, Lise. I ran too, aye. But if I hadn't, I'd never have met Jasix or the rest of you, and we might not be here today, in a position to make a difference. Well, I don't regret my choice, nor will I apologize to them for them. There's more than one way to fight. Help! Someone! Anyone! We need help! I don't like the sound of that one bit. Come on. What's that? Workrata? The Tributum. And the bloody Ratman. Damn it all. You there, take a deep breath and tell us what happened. It was all business as usual. Tributum's due soon, and we were taking it to the Imperials when the Quiquirian attacked. They took my brother and our money. Took him where? Ruins to the south of here. It was just an old temple before they came, and listen, Rokata and the other... He's the only family I've got left. If I lose him, The Ziggurat? If the Ratman took him there, he's as good as dead. You've got to get after them. There's even a chance her brother's still alive. We have to try. Yeah, whereas he was like, they're just dead. Abandon them. Scumbag. But then again, he's beaten down and he's just given up. You're right, Lise. We've got to help them. If not for the missing men, then for the Tributum. Guardians won't suffer excuses if they're late. The Collar of Angry Cocoon. So where Carter's been held somewhere in the Ziggurat to the south, which has been taken over by a host of Cocoon bandits. That about covers it then. Be prepared for a fight. They may not be the most challenging foes, but there's sure to be a lot of them. Do, do, do. Please let me go. I'm begging you. I don't want to die. Hear that? I think it came from the top of the Ziggurat. Who dares come to loot our man flesh? Ours to eat! Ours to eat! We knew it'd come to this. Kill them quick before they alert the others. The Ratmen. You sense a hostile presence. You are under attack. You sense a slavering presence. Okay. These rat men are hungry. Any? up and around. Da, da, da. Ralgar, what did I ever do to deserve this? Gone to bed hungry for months. I'm skin and boards. I'd hardly make a snack, much less a meal. Oh, you found him. Wait, are you here to rescue me? Your sister sent us. It's going to be alright. My sister? Oh, Ralgar be praised, she's safe. And you lot fought your way here just for me? To think there are still good, brave folks in this world. We should go before the Kikirian return in force. You still have the Tributum? Oh god, the Tributum. The Imperials will be wondering where I am. I have to go. Wait, right now? In your condition? You don't understand. We're given a warning last month for being short. If I don't make it this time, there's no telling what will happen to me and my sister. My people need me away! And he left the Tributum behind. That box. Oh, is it the Chocobo? The Chocobo is munchies. I'm glad we saved him. See him run off like that. I've got a bad feeling about this. The Black Wolf's pups. Listen, Jasix. Mefrid, I think we need to go after Werkrata. Wait. You had better not be thinking of stopping him. You heard what he said. If they don't pay one way, they'll pay another. I know that. I do. And I don't want to interfere. I just want to see that he makes it there safely. If that's the sum of it, then fine. Let's head down and see if we can't pick up his trail. Soiled sacks. On closer inspection, you find nothing of interest. Any? Rotting vegetables. Nothing of interest. Da, 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 da. In the dirt, you spy a chocobo feather. Any luck? Chocobo feather, is it? Aye, by my reckon it came from Werkrata's bird. In which case, there's a collapsed bridge just around the bend. Look the rocks and stick to the shadow. We'll find him soon enough. Any minute now. I expect he'll come thundering around the bend. Hear that? Get to cover. Quickly now. I wouldn't call that thundering. Trotting. Slowballing it.
Are they Imperials?
Worse. Skulls. Listen, Lise. Whatever happens, stay hidden and do not intervene. Understood?
What?
You there! Halt! You know you shouldn't be here. Explain yourself.
Forgive me, sir. I came to deliver the tributum.
Oh, aye. A likely story. Only a fool would dare to come so late. Or, mayhap, a resistance spy.
No, you've got it all wrong. I was waylaid by bandits. It's not my fault.
I said halt!
Back and punch!
Is this a joke? You don't seriously expect us to believe this is a fifth? How stupid do you think we are?
It is, I swear, on my mother's life.
Spare us. You came late, you lied about bandits, and then you tried to cheat the Empire of its due.
Think you can kill them all? Including the ones watching from the tower? Even if you did, others would come for him and his family. You'd be condemning them all to a life of hard labor. Assuming they didn't just execute them, that is.
But it isn't fair.
It's your bloody fault we're stuck out here patrolling this god's-forsaken wasteland. It's your fault I have to listen to people go on and on about how Alan Egans can't be trusted. I've worked and toiled harder than any man. I'm a citizen, goddammit. And what are you? A stupid, stubborn little dog who'd sooner bite the hand that feeds him and pine for the good old days.
That's enough! Lord Xenos is expecting our report.
What scumbags?
I bet the poor bastard can't believe his luck. He gets to go home. We should do the same.
Poor guy. Left to limp all the way back home. I'd heard their commander was keen-eyed, but gods, that was a near thing. Tears me up inside to see our own kinsmen doing the bidding of the Viceroy. But they made their choice, and if it comes to it, I'll cut down every last one of them myself. Homeward bound. Reference to a good film. Homeward Bound, about two dogs and a cat that go missing when their family are away on holiday. I can't remember if it was away on holiday, if they were prepping to move or something. And the cat and the two dogs and cat thought that they were being abandoned, so the older dog, Shadow, was the older dog Shadow? Yeah, I think the older dog was Shadow. Started following the scent of the younger boy who was his companion. And they went on a whirlwind adventure to try and track down their masters. Their family. Pretty good film. I think there was a sequel as well, if I remember. Homeward Bound 2. Well, Krana's alive, and the tributum's been paid. That's all that matters for now. I, for one, would rather not wait around and see the skulls decide to return. Let's get back to Alagana and tell her Rangfried, his man, got the job done. So I think I'll play this till about 3. And then I'll stop, get food. And then I'll come back later in the evening to crack on with some Staxel with Koos and that. Want to get a bit of the story started for Stormblood. You owe you a debt of gratitude for what you did. Krana told me everything. How you fought with the Kukirian and saved his life. All the good it did. We saw what happened when he met with the skulls. How they beat him half to death. We could have stopped them. I reckon you could. Efred's a warrior, as is your comrade. And you're strong like your father. That much is plain. I thank Ralgar you did not, because it would not have ended with them. Krana and his sister would have been branded insurgents, if not the whole lot of us. Wounds heal, scars fade, but the dead remain dead. We're alive, and that's more than can be said for only the gods know how many others. That's enough for you, is it? To put up with whatever they do to you, so long as you get to see another day. That's right. You grit your teeth, and you learn to live with the pain. I'll admit, I was quick to judge you, Lise, and for that I apologize. I know you and yours mean well, I do, but I'm telling you, gods in the heavens, as my witness, we've got nothing left to give. We can't help you. I understand. Thank you for your honesty. She may say it, but she doesn't mean it. Nor would I expect her to. Her father was stubborn as an ox too. If she said I'm walking the same path, I pray she won't follow it to the same end. Well, it's took it better than I anticipated, which isn't saying much, I suppose. So go and see if she's alright. I knew Curtis when he was younger. Golden locks, piercing blue eyes. When I finally looked into hers, I saw at once she was his. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Ah, there's our stray. I'm happy you should take the lead in this, Jasix. Sorry about running off like that. Alan Megan's terrorizing their own. Just can't accept it, you know. No matter what he thinks, they shouldn't have to put up with it day after day after day. Not completely naive, you know. Didn't expect them to storm a castrum with their pickaxes and shovels, or whatever it was. Nor did I expect Workata to just lie there in the dirt while they kicked him. Can't claim to know their pain. I barely remember this place, or even my father's face. But I remember Ida's. Or how scared she was when we ran. And that look in her eyes when she talked about home. Her home. But not mine, is it? There you are, Lise. I've been looking all over for you. Well, you found me. Got something to say? Aye, to that I do. I, said some things to you before that I shouldn't have. It was my place to do so, and I'm sorry. All that rubbish I spouted about how I loved my village. When one of ours was in need, I was cowering here with all the others. Didn't even think to go after Workata, but you did. Made me feel like the bloody hypocrite I am. If I truly cared for my people, I'd fight for them. So I will, if you'll have me. For asking to join the resistance? Put it like that, I suppose I am. But not just me. There are others I know who have been thinking about it for a while now. There's not many of us. We're not hardened warriors like you lot, but if your heart bleeds for Alamigo, then that's good enough for me. You and yours are more than welcome at Ralgar's Reach. Thank you, sir. You won't regret this. I'll go and speak with the others and send word when we're ready. Still think this isn't your home? No, I was just thinking out loud. And with that, my friends, our mission is concluded. Let us return to the Reach. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. My right eye is driving me insane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. One second there, just quickly checking something. Right, cool. One down, one to go. Let's see if I can get to the first incident before. I'm not sure how quickly that takes place, the first major event here in Ralgar's Reach. First of all, allow me to commend you both on a job well done. Though nothing went according to plan, we nevertheless managed to attract some new recruits, and it was your passion and conviction that moved them to join. Thank you. No, thank you for giving me an opportunity to find out what our people have been through these past 20 years. It's been humbling. And troubling, too. I'd heard about the skulls. That was the first time I'd seen them in the flesh. I know you say they're the same as any other Imperial soldier. Maybe that's how I'll have to think of them myself if our paths ever cross on the battlefield, but... when, not if. That day will come, Lise. You can't afford to hesitate when it does. Young, old, conscript, citizen, Garlean, Alamegan, none of that matters. They've all got their reasons, but they're no better than yours, especially when they're bearing down on you, blade in hand. Saying that, I don't want to kill them any more than you do. If I could convince them to lay down their arms, I would. Sadly, I've never been much of a talker myself, but who knows? Maybe you could be one. Maybe you could be one, Lise. Your father certainly was. Right then. I'd best begin preparing for these new recruits. Jasix, Lise, it's been a pleasure. Huzzah! Huzzah! Right. And with that, I'll be back in a second. I'll give this eye a rinse because it is driving us up the wall. Oh, I've left the channel viewer list. I can't see chat. There we go. Great. That'll help. Goodbye, good words. I think it doesn't help that I'm sitting looking at screens every day either. Da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. Ba da ba. Da 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 da. 1 second, just quickly checking something. Oh, it's getting hot in here. Getting hot in here. We'll take off all your clothes. And chair, move. Five days to go until Monster Hunter. Hang on. Yeah. Oh man. Can't believe Koos isn't going to be able to play for Saturday. Boo! Let's see. Ba ba da ba ba. Nier Automata is better on Xbox Game Pass PC than on Steam. What? Now the review bombing has begun. NHS Twitter account hacked to promote PS5 scam. What? It's like we're at March now, nearly April, and it's still hard to get your hands on a PS5. Because all these frickin' scalpers and that. I mean, I've got one, but it's a broken piece of shit that needs returned. Demon Slayer Mugen Train is best animation of the year. Well, no surprise, it was #1 in cinemas for God knows how long. Marvel Avengers Spider-Man will appear after Black Panther. Anyway, I just want to have a quick skim at some of the news of the games. Not much going on. Great. A friend of a friend in need. Before we begin, I'd like to thank you and the Scions again for patching me up after I bled all over your floor. I owe you my life, and I won't forget it. Furthermore, it was rude of me to run off without saying a word. It's all well and good me claiming my duties here couldn't wait, but a parting thank you was the very least you deserved. My apologies. And thank you. Now, to business. Commander Kemp's entrusted me with a formal reply to be hand-delivered to the Alliance leaders. It covers everything we discussed, as well as detailing the disposition of our forces. What I need is an escort. 1 or 2 men at most, so we can make it to the wall swiftly and without attracting undue attention. Very well, I shall join you in this. General Adlan commands the forces of Custom Orients. It should be simple enough to see into his hands. Great. That's just what I wanted to hear. When you're ready to depart, meet me at the pass leading to the reach. Out of the reach. Na, ta, 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 ta. Hey, Newton. Not too far in. Just getting introductions to the new groups. Right, speak with Margot. Oh, shit, she's back there. Oopsie. Na, 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 na. Got everything you need? Good. Let us be off. Now I can go outside. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. You should play this, Newton. Play this. You could have been playing through this with Quantum. Quantum's like blasted ahead now, though. He's an addict to this game. Auntie Quantum. I bet he's probably lurking here somewhere in the channel. Nudge, nudge, Quantum. Calling Quantum. Actually, he's not here. Nanny. Da 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 da. Da, da, da. 1 second there. Da, da, da. Quiet. Hear that? That was a cerulean engine backfiring. Imperials. Hey, God. Yeah, preternatural senses. I didn't hear a thing. When you grow up hunting in these lands, you learn to discern the sounds. That could mean life and death. Be they a predator or a patrol. From what I'm hearing, we have a 7-man patrol augmented with a single Magitech armor. Wide search pattern divided into 3 teams. I don't think they know we're here. It's risky, but we should split up and try to take them all by surprise at the same time. We don't want them calling reinforcements. 3 teams, 3 of us. Nothing for it then. Where are they? Head north. You should see them look long before they see you. I'll deal with the ones to the south. The armor should be just to the west. Jasix is best equipped to deal with that. We attack in 5. That should be enough time to get into position. Rendezvous on the west bank. Any questions? No? Then good luck. Destination unknown. Keeper. This is Hotter Presents. Ripperoonie. Hopefully since I put the money into buying some gear and putting material into it, hopefully it'll help us it'll be able to solo my way through the majority of the Stormblood dungeons. I'll not be able to solo the primals, that's for sure, but I should hopefully be able to get through the dungeons. Looks like everything went to plan. Not that I'm surprised. 3 soldiers I faced didn't put up much of a fight. Most of the Imperials we get out here are conscripts from other provinces. There's little training and even less conviction. It's grim work killing men and women like that. But don't doubt they'd do the same to you if the roles were reversed. And don't you dare pity a man in armor. Conscript or no, a soldier piloting one of those can kill a dozen good men in a blink of an eye. Not that I need to tell you that, after what happened at the wall. Signed, sealed, to be delivered. Another song reference, signed, sealed, and delivered. Right, I believe we've rested long enough. We should resume our journey before someone notices their missing patrol. We're clear. Only Alliance patrols ahead. You said the forces of Castrum Oris were under the command of Flame General Barn Adeline, did you not? Aye, Ralgar, the Bull of Alamigo himself. I never dreamed I'd have a chance to meet the legend. Someone's a fangirl.
It is good to see you again, my friends. I hope you are here to tell me you have made contact with the Resistance.
We are, General. Allow me to introduce Monago of Rolga's Reach.
At your service, sir. And may I say what an absolute honor it is to stand before the Bull of Alamigo.
These are not the Blood Sands, girl. You and I are but soldiers on a battlefield fighting for the same cause.
As you say, General. On behalf of Commander Kemp of the Alamigan Resistance, I present to you our formal response.
Good. I'm glad we've reached an accord. Though I was not aware you had suffered such losses.
Aye. Some of our finest took part in the Griffin's doomed assault, and we've been struggling to find new recruits ever since. The massacres cast a pall over the whole Resistance, and many who might once have been open to joining us have since thought better of it.
After all of the Griffin's false promises, one can hardly blame them. They have no desire to give their lives for a lost cause.
We will not lie to them. This is war, and lives will be lost. Yet what we offer is not the fever dream of a madman, but true hope.
The people need proof of this, Father. Let us show it to them. I say we stand shoulder to shoulder with our new allies and engage the Garleans in open warfare. The Resistance must demonstrate that they can hold their own against Imperial regulars. And with our assistance, I am confident they can do just that. If we can achieve even a token victory, I believe it will serve to rekindle the hope of the Alamigan people and inspire them to rise up once more.
Aye. Aye. Once word spread that we'd won a battle against the Garleans, I'd wager we'd have new recruits flocking to us from malms around. The question is, when and where do we strike?
I'm glad you asked. I have a plan.
Pippin? Good old Pippin. Our scouts recently informed me of an interesting development at Castellum Vodnen. Namely, the arrival of a shipment rumoured to have come from the research and development facilities near the capital, containing prototype Magitech armour. It is our assessment that this armour is to be field tested here, most likely against Alliance forces, mayhap before the day is out. Damn it all. More Magitech weapons? That's the last thing we need. Your concern is not unwarranted, but we needn't despair just yet. The shipment is thought to have contained a single heavy unit and 1 or 2 support units. With a well-laid ambush, we are confident we can destroy them all, hindering their development and delaying further future deployment. And should we carry this out as a joint endeavour with the Resistance, they will have their rallying cry. It would mean dropping all pretense about the Alliance not wanting to war with the Empire, but you'd have a lot more folk willing to stand up and fight if they knew they weren't alone. And you're going to have to do it eventually anyway. Exactly. And so what I propose is simple. We harry their patrols to bait them into bringing their prototype weapon to the East End, where our Resistance allies will take them from behind. Simple indeed, and well within our capabilities. I see no reason to delay. especially if a field test is imminent. What say you? Assuming the Vice Marshal's intelligence is accurate, I agree with his assessment and fully support his plan. I shall notify my comrades at once. Understood. I shall have one of my men bring you the details of the plan anon. And we, for our parts, will be fighting with the Alliance, yes? I somehow doubt you were intending to sit this one out. Best served with cold steel. We've been careful to avoid needless shows of force this side of the wall. But that's all about to change, and when it does, you may be sure they'll send their new toys out to entertain us. I would ask you to participate in this operation, but from the look of it, it is a foregone conclusion. My thanks. Per Pippin's plan, we need to turn East End into an Imperial graveyard. You're a dab hand at this, and I'd be a fool not to use you. Head to this point on your map. Right here, aye. Patrols should be along shortly. Deal with them and rendezvous with the rest of us at this location. Go well, Jasix. To battle! Silence! Duty calls. All went to plan then? Good. Our scouts report that a unit escorting the prototype weapon has left Castrum Volna. The resistance is already in position, so we have but to wait for our guests to arrive. Look who it is, Pink Cheeks.
Things looked grim for us after Cartano, didn't they? Oh, how they doubted us. Yet here we are, right as rain, with fancy new toys to put through their paces. It's like all my name days have come at once.
Didn't you say that the last time we fought? You ain't going nowhere.
Well, 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 if it isn't Garland's little troublemaker. I can't wait to see the look on Xenos' face when I bring him your head. That is, if my secret weapons here don't grind it into mush! Attack!
And thus my video is going to get flagged because this song, yay! God damn it.
Get after them, damn you!
My ear is going nuts.
Now I've gotcha. You'll be weeping blood!
Look how these ones that keep cropping up are weak. Yet the two on the sidelines here. Oh crap. Anyone going to help me?
Roar, Tizona! As a raging bull!
Ba 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 bum. He who fights and runs. What the? Who the hells are you lot? Amigo, let none escape. You think you've won, eh? Self-destruct sequence initiated. Sever the hills. No time getting safely, we must disable it. Victory! I turned that down for me because I started to even having these on. Then you get my eye and my ear chipped.
Damn it all! Miracles of Magitech design, my arse! I've passed harder stools than these piles of scrap. You'll pay for this. Mark my words, the next time we meet will be the last.
Sure it will.
Aye, run and tell your Viceroy. The day belongs to El Amigo.
It's fine during these modes. It's only when the battle effects and that start kicking in that my ears is like, ah!
Yeah!
Yeah!
Victory! Well done, all of you. I'd call this operation a resounding success. Can't say I'm surprised. The Bull of Alamigo had an impressive military record before he went west, as I recall. Credit where it's due, Master Kemp. It was Marshal Tarpin who made this plan, and all of you. Resistance and Alliance alike who carried it out to perfection. Aye, that they did. Not a single casualty, from which I'm grateful beyond words. I've no doubt our comrades back in the Reach will feel the same. As will ours. Been a pleasure, General. Until the next battle. Nago, I leave the Scions in your care. We shall return to the castrum then, Jasix, Mistress Levelier. Once more, you have my thanks. As Master Kemp said, until the next battle. Do, 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 do. I heard the stories, but to actually see you in action, I almost found myself pitying the Imperials. Seriously though, it was inspirational. Ah, you must be tired of hearing that, eh? I'll keep it simple then. Thanks for the help out there. Let fill your hearts with pride. Well, there's no reason to remain here any longer. Let's get back to the Reach. Do 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 do. Do-do-do-do-do. Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ti-ta-ta-tum. You didn't have to take part in the operation, but you did. You went above and beyond what was asked of you, without hesitation, and for that we owe you a debt. Our victory may not count for much in practical terms, but its symbolic value can't be overstated. Alliance and Resistance fighters came together to face an Imperial unit equipped with Garlemald's newest weapon and smashed them. The people will remember this day. Aye, that they will. For it marks the beginning of something far greater than any single victory. The beginning of a campaign by a united Eorzea to drive the Garleans from our lands. Promises and platitudes mean naught without action. But the Alliance took to the field and risked their lives for our cause. Ha! To think, the last time the Gridanian troops trod this soil was more than a century ago. During the Autumn War. And that was to defend against our invasion. Ours is a long and bloody history, to be sure. It gives me heart to see that, despite our acrimonious past, we can still come together for the sake of the future. Well said, Commander. Which is why I intend to go from village to village and spread word of our victory and our new alliance. The people will flock to our banners. Just you wait and see. Jasix, Alize, I cannot thank you enough for your assistance. Meanwhile... Oh, maybe not. Get off the table. Where men go as one. Owing to the efforts of you all, we have accomplished a great deal in a short time. The Resistance thanks you for your service, Scions. I see operations have been proceeding apace in my absence. I'll get back, brother dearest. I take it your efforts to gather new recruits were successful. Indeed, there were several amongst the Scions' ranks that were quite eager to take part in our joint endeavour with the Resistance, whom I come to present. Commander Kemp, if I may. My name is Arvinald Lentinus. A half-breed, as you can doubtless tell. I am here to fight for a free Alamigo. For an Alamigo where women like my mother are never made to suffer. I pray you grant me this honor. You are a true born son of Garbania, same as me. This is not my honor to grant, but yours to freely take. Welcome, brother. With our swelling ranks, and the aid of the Eorzean Alliance and the Scions of Seventh Dawn, I believe we will soon be in a position to seize the initiative. Once our new recruits have received sufficient training, I have proposed to General Alden that we draw up plans for an assault on Castle Modlin. Then, in the meantime, we will make what preparations we can. Ha-ha! Meanwhile, in the royal palace of Alamigo. La 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 la. Fuck it. Da 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 da. I'm going to get banned. Oh well, fuck it. It's been a long run. Nice knowing you. Ha 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 ha. Da 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 da. Leboard.com.
Alliance forces have occupied Castrum Orients and taken up positions along the length of the wall. Our patrols have engaged their reconnaissance parties on site, but there have been no significant exchanges.
Yeah, you're not supposed to allow that song to play, I think. I think it was in the air. I say that, I mean, I let Nidhogg and that play, and I didn't get flagged for that one. I got flagged for a stupid battle theme. Not on Twitch, on YouTube. What was the terms again for the tracks? No. I think that was one of the ones you're not allowed. Yeah, revolutions. I think. Hang on, 1 second. I'm just gonna have a quick gander. Da 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 da. Alright, so it's that one you're not supposed to play. Where are we? Why isn't that translating across? Music. As I reset Windows. Let's see. Sing a song of dawn, dawn, the day will come. Na, 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 na. Windows audio session. Direct audio. Audio play button. No. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, so it's that one you're not supposed to let play. So that one might have been alright, the one that just played. What other tracks are in there? Contention, Misconception, Beyond Redemption, and Night Bloom. May not play Final Fantasy music alone or with third-party materials. Okay, so if I'm reading this right, I should be allowed to actually just let these play. It just means, because it's like different bullet pointed. It goes from one bullet point saying you may not use Final 14 music alone, i.e. without accompanying gameplay footage, or with third-party materials. Comma. And then it goes on to another bullet point. You may not use the songs titled blah blah blah. Yeah, I think it just means you can't use those songs unless they're accompanied by the game. I think I'm alright, to be honest, to just play the game. I hope that's how I read it anyway. I mean, I let the Nidhogg tune play and I was fine with that. I've been flagged on YouTube for one, but it was like a generic battle theme. Nothing on Twitch yet, but the thing with Twitch is immediately after streaming, I unpublish the video and then export it to YouTube. So no one can access it. I don't know if that helps prevent strikes. No idea. Yeah. Just have to see how it goes. Anyway, Alliance forces occupy Castle Orions and take up positions along the length of the wall. Our patrols have engaged their reconnaissance parties on site, but there have been no significant exchanges.
Save one. A unit tasked with field testing prototype Magitech weapons was attacked. The weapons were destroyed, with the unit sustaining near-total casualties.
Near-total? Go on.
One coward ran away.
My lord, there was but a single survivor from the unit in question, which falls under my command. According to his report, they were ambushed by a contingent of Eorzean Alliance regulars, abetted by resistance insurgents.
A simple ambush and only one survivor. A fine day's work. The stubbornness to survive is not without worth. He may live. However, the 12th is no place for the weak.
He shall be relegated at once, my lord. As you say, the 12th is no place for cowards who count their lives more precious than the cause.
Indeed, indeed. We have no need of cowards.
Bye-bye. Rip.
My lord,
Cowards who defer critical missions to their subordinates, who hide within their castra, never meeting their prey in battle, never staring into the whites of their eyes. Why, when confronted with a heretofore unknown icon, did we surrender the wall to the Alliance? Because my honored father, in his infinite wisdom, has not seen fit to grant us leave to march on their lands. Accordingly, we have extended an invitation to our neighbors. Gir Abania is where we shall host them. The field upon which we shall enjoy the sport of kings. Patience is paramount. Cornered animals may have spirit, but they are ultimately predictable and very poor sport. But if one dangles the promise of freedom before them while nipping at their heels to stoke their passion, then things become interesting. It is a delicate dance, one which asks much of my hounds. And so I put the question to you, my fellow huntsman. How shall we deal with these savages?
My lord, I have a proposal.
Silence, Alamegan! You do forget yourself! Only by the grace of Lord Van Baelsar were you afforded a place here, and that in name alone. We have no need of your proposals, savage.
This savage yearns to hunt her own. The floor is yours, Commander.
Thank you, my lord.
Right then, I've got duties to attend to. May I have we could assist you with the said duties? We're here to help after all. The three of you have been busy, so I will understand if you require time to rest. If not, however, it seems sensible to assist our allies with their preparations. We'd be grateful for any and all help you can offer. If you ask around, I guarantee you won't want for work. Dooby-dooby-doo. Right, I'm gonna take a break, get some food, chill out. Done the intro there of Stormblood. I would keep going, but food is ready. I was planning on going until 3, but yeah. So I'm gonna take a break, get some food. If you're new to the channel, guys, as always, feel free to that follow button. If you scroll down, you find a link to my Twitter and YouTube. All VODs of Final 14 and past games up to a certain point are on YouTube. Obviously, I had to delete 10 years worth of VODs because Twitch didn't give me enough time to transfer things, which sucks. But yeah, which is why I've started playing New Game Plus of Final 14 so I could recapture the footage and store it on YouTube for safekeeping. So because I don't keep anything on Twitch anymore. It's yeah, pretty much walking on eggshells now on Twitch when it comes to DMC, whereas YouTube, it's a bit more forgiving. Your videos will get flagged, but it'll give the rights holders the option to run ads on your videos. Whereas on Twitch, they've just got a 3-strike system. You get flagged, you get temporarily banned the first time, the second time, and then third time, it's a permanent removal of your account. So for that reason, I don't keep anything on Twitch anymore. Their VOD section is useless now. Until they come up with a better system, which they probably won't because they're pretty much putting it all on us to deal with it. Whatever. Right, anyway. That's part 1 of Stormblood. We will crack on with more Tuesday. I probably won't be live on Monday because I'll be doing me studying and such. I never did any this week, so do a bit of catching up. But I will be back at around about 7 PM UK time to do some Staxel with Koos and Lullaby. But until then, thanks for watching. If you watched on YouTube, feel free to subscribe. It's always appreciated. And come on over to Twitch and chill out when I'm live. It says as long as you're following on Twitter or Twitch, you'll know when I'm on, because my stream times tend to be random. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. I'll see you in a bit. Peace.